Got him. Got him. Got him. Good one. Get away from that tree fish. Got him. First thing in the morning, guys. Morning. Just fishing here on the Arkansas River, pool 7, and just start right here by the boat ramp. The water is really low, so I decided to pick up a crankbait first thing and fish it down this little break wall. There's some rocks here. Not a big one, but hopefully we're gonna catch him in the grass, on jetties, all kind of stuff today. So let's get after it. Got him. Woo! There we go. First good fish of the day. Flipping this grass. It's a keeper here on the Arkansas River. Fishing a pool 7 of the Arkansas River, and out here in the summertime, 12 pounds is a pretty good day. So that's a pound and a half or so. Not a huge fish, but I think if I keep flipping this grass the rest of the day, I'm probably gonna put some good fish in the boat. So I'm gonna keep doing this. Wow, I maybe got a little bit too excited on that last one, but I was just flipping this main river grass and I saw a piece of grass move. And there's some current moving, but I actually saw a piece inside the grass move, and that's what clued me in that fish was there. So I made repeated casts to that one little piece that was moving, and that fish grabbed it. So just always be paying attention when you're fishing shallow grass with like a swim jig or a frog. A lot of times those fish will show themselves on the grass. Here we go, number 2. Another keeper here, just swimming that jig. Oh, calm down, bud. There we go. But yeah, not a big one, but still fun fish up here in that grass. There we go. So I caught that fish swimming the jig in this grass. So I was casting it out and then keep my rod tip up, kind of shaking it. Sometimes I'll do it with the rod tip down, either way. And he just grabbed it as it was swimming through that grass. And this jig is actually imitating shad and brim that are swimming around in the sparse grass. And I'm either swimming the jig today or I'm just pitching it into some of this a little bit thicker grass. It kind of just depends. Oh, one just was swimming away with it right there. Golly, right when I was talking. But just like that, I was pitching it in that grass. And when you're fishing down a line of grass like this, always look for the irregularities in the grass beds, like the points in the pockets, because these are going to be the areas that break up the current the most and where these fish are going to hang out to ambush bait. Woo! Maybe something took a little bit too hard on that guy. And it's pretty common for fish to group up on small stretches of grass on river systems. And I've actually fished about 1.5 miles of grass, and I've only caught 6 fish, but every time I catch a fish, I catch another one right after. So they're just grouped up in these little small areas, and all I'm doing is marking, putting a waypoint on my graph where I catch all these fish. Now I'm gonna come back later in the day, and most of the time you can come back and catch more fish off these small little patches that have fish. And I find that the best stretches of bank grass on river systems are the ones with the strongest current, or where the current actually runs directly into the bank. And that's normally going to be on the outside bend of your main river channel. And when I'm fishing down these banks, I like to position my boat into the current and bring my bait back with the current. I just think that's the most natural approach to target these river bass. Got him. There we go, that's a better one. Got him right here at the boat, just swimming that jig again. Wow, these fish are going crazy today. They're really active. I can barely hold on to them. There you go. That's a probably a 2¼ pounder. Again, just swimming that jig in this grass, what's left of the grass. I think that's actually helped me a little bit. The grass or the water is so low that these fish are just on that very outside edge of the grass, and it's a little bit easier to target them today. But that's number 3 for keepers. So if I can get like a 2½ to 3 pounder, maybe a couple of those, I'd have a pretty good bag in a tournament today. Good one. Well, not a great one, but decent fish. Maybe a little keeper here. Just switched up, moved to a little jetty on my way to my next bank. Let me get this guy on hook real quick. There we go. Just cranking this jetty right here. Another great way to catch fish in this early summertime, especially when there's a lot of current. Just throw these little squirrel crankbaits around jetties and the holes in the jetties, and you'll catch a lot of fish. A lot of fish like this, unfortunately, but you can get some good ones doing it too. This is a classic little jetty situation on the Arkansas River. You have, oh, got him. Oh, jumped off. Golly, it was not a big one, but basically what I got going on here is there's just a little bit of a hole in this jetty, and it's letting some water through, and there's current pushing through, and I like to stay on the down current side, the side the current is pushing through, and you're swimming right there. And I throw these squirrel crankbaits up into these holes and just kind of bounce them up over the rocks and things like that, and a lot of times they'll come up and just crush that crankbait. Got him, good one. Oh no! I don't know if y'all saw that. That was a freaking 4½ pounder. Just up in this grass. I was waiting all day fishing this grass to get these good bites, and they're few and far between here in the Arkansas River, and when you don't capitalize on them, kind of sucks. But anyways, they're big fish in this grass, obviously. So I'm just gonna keep fishing here, keep my head down, hopefully get another one. But dang, that was the kicker I needed. Hey guys, there's a big storm coming and I can actually see lightning in the background, so I'm getting out of here. But I didn't manage to get that big kicker I was looking for, but I had 2 opportunities at 4-pound plus bass today and just couldn't get him in the boat. But that's fishing. But I hope y'all learned something about fishing on river systems in the early summertime and about fishing the swim jig in the grass. And if you enjoyed, hit like and subscribe down below, and leave a comment if you have any questions about what I was doing or with other video ideas and techniques you want me to do videos on. So hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.